Who here wants to see an exciting video about some new stuff coming out in ClickFunnels? All right, we're gonna queue up a video and then we'll talk about it right after. Okay, so I think we need to have a little talk about traffic. Now, not the type of traffic that you got stuck in on your way to the office today. I'm talking about website traffic. Does it bother you that every day hundreds or thousands of people are coming to your website and leaving without doing anything? It seems that everyone is concerned with how much traffic they're getting to their website, but less concerned about what is the best way to turn that traffic into customers. The focus for most business owners is traffic, but what they don't understand is that traffic is just people, right? Each visitor is a different person with different hopes and dreams. Yet online, we seem to treat this group, traffic, as just one person. We create one sales funnel, we have one sales message, and we have one follow-up sequence, all hoping to convert thousands of different types of people. It doesn't seem to make much sense. You see, I'm guessing that if you owned a retail store, when traffic or people started coming into your business, you'd probably talk, teach, and sell to each person a little differently, right? You'd probably spend a little more time and attention on someone who had 127,000 fans on Facebook and makes $250,000 a year than you would on a 19-year-old college kid who just comes in to meet girls and never buys a thing. Because in the real world, we understand that traffic is people. Yet for some reason, we forget this when we're selling things online. And because of that, we've been punished with lower conversions, less sales, and less money than we deserve. And I don't know about you, but that really bothered us. And that's why we created Actionetics. So we could see who is actually coming to our websites, and then market to them based on who they are, where they came from, and what they do on our website. Let me show you how it works. First, you just click a single button to activate Actionetics into your ClickFunnels account. It takes less than 3 seconds, and you can instantly start getting smart analytics on each of your website visitors. Next, as soon as they fill out any form on your website, this is when Actionetics starts to really get fun. Because we then go out and use their email address to pull all of their social profiles, how many fans and followers they have, where they live, how much money they make, what magazines they read, and a whole bunch more stuff that can help you to understand who they are and how you can provide value to them. We also watch every interaction that a person has with you. How many emails do they open? How long do they stay on your website? How often do they come back? What did they purchase? And how recently did they purchase? How often? And a whole bunch more. We then grade each person based on a really complex algorithm that basically just shows us how cool that person is and how much money they're going to be worth to you. It's pretty cool, don't you think? And now that we know a little bit about them, we can change our marketing sequences based on who they are. For example, if someone joins your list and we know that they make over $100,000 a year and have over 50,000 followers on Twitter, then show them this upsell. But if they make less than $100,000 a year, then show them this one. We can also send out different marketing messages based on who they are and what they could be worth to us. Now, because after we know who they are, we can create custom marketing funnels and sequences for them. For example, for a normal website visitor, you may set up a sequence like this. Day number 1, send them an email and follow them on Twitter. Day number 2, send them a text message and then add them to a custom audience on Facebook. Day number 3, if they didn't open the email on day number 1, then resend it. But if they did open it, then automatically register them for the webinar that's happening later on this week. But for the person with over 50,000 fans on Facebook that makes at least $100,000 a year, well, their sequence may look a little bit like this. Day number 1, send them a different email to personally introduce yourself. Day number 2, send them a postcard in the mail. Then, the next time they visit your website, show them a pop-up with their Facebook picture welcoming them back to your site. And if they visit the site more than 3 times in a week, have my assistant call them and set up a time for them to speak to me personally. Now, is this starting to make sense? Actionetics will let you speak directly to your visitor and give them messages that they need at the time that they need it. Through email, text, voice broadcasts, direct mail, Facebook, Twitter, webinars, pop-ups, custom sales funnels, retargeting. Actually, because we integrate with almost all of your favorite companies, the only limit is your imagination. Isn't that awesome? Just imagine how much your business will grow when you start speaking to your your visitors directly. Instead of shoving one message down everyone's throat, in just 3 simple steps, you can track which channels your visitors are coming from, segment them based on the actions that they're taking, create custom smart follow-up sequences for each of your visitors, and finally see the true lifetime value of each of your customers. Because at Actionetics, we believe that's how it should be. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started now. You like it? You guys like that then? All right. Well, who wants a sneak peek what it looks like? Only you guys, not the rest of them? All right. Okay, so we'll kind of walk you guys through this. I'm going to walk through some of it. Todd and Dylan will walk through other parts of it. One question I know you guys are going to have is, when's Actionetics going to be live? We are probably, 2 or 3 weeks away from
beta, yeah.
From the initial beta test, which you guys will have first access to. So I'm going to walk you guys through a couple of the cool pages. So this, actually, there's so much cool stuff, I'm not sure where to start. So you know how right now you build out funnels and ClickFunnels, right? Squeeze page, sales page, OTO, things like that. What you will start building is, alongside of those are action funnels. And they look very similar to like a funnel, a sales funnel, but it's an action funnel. And so you said, basically like right here, you got day 1, send them a text. Day 2, send them an email. Day 3, webinar reminder. And you can kind of build it out with pretty much any of the different things you want. Email, text message, social, different automation, different plugins, and a whole bunch of really cool stuff like that. What should we add on that? Anything else that's...
Yeah, absolutely. You can kind of relate it to like an autoresponder sequence on the basic level. It's an autoresponder sequence that's not just email and has lots of segmentation and customization that's built into it and that you can do all kinds of cool stuff with. And we'll get to that a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll show you some of the cool segmentation and automation type things. But that's kind of the first step in it. Is that awesome? You guys are going to go nuts when you start playing this stuff. Like it's... Anyway, that's the first step. Okay, second thing is, how many of you guys have used any other email autoresponder service on earth and your emails look as ugly as sin? Like Dylan's like, hey, can you find me a good looking email template that we can model? And I went through like 80 years of emails and they're all either like corporate, like Target type things, they're like these horrible things, or they're just white and plain. And there was no one that had anything good. And Winter, his brother, one day was like, hey, do you like this template? And it like blew my mind. And we're like, we got to figure out a way to like be able to use the ClickFunnels editor to design our emails, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? So Dylan spent a lot of time.
A couple months.
Like a couple months.
It turns out it's not easy to do email. it's not.
There's a reason nobody's done it before this.
Yeah. That's why they're all bad, because it has to be. It's almost like writing code for the 90s. It's completely different what it is now. So we have an editor now that's basically the same as the editor we currently have. So you can add elements, move them around, add rows and all that stuff. But now it's mobile responsive inside of an email, which is pretty awesome. Especially when you're considering it, this technology is from the 90s, so it's amazing. So.
Yeah, because the problem's like Yahoo, Gmail, all the inboxes it lands into, every one of those editors it's worse than like, right now we've got like Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome that we got to deal with normal stuff. Here you've got like Juno and Yahoo and Hotmail and all these
older clients, old Windows
crazy
machines that are running. Yeah. Have all this stuff you have to support.
People still use Windows machine. Who here's got a Windows machine? I'm joking. Okay. So that's the next cool thing, and this is something I was begging for forever, and it's awesome. It's simple. You don't have as much. You can't do everything you can do in the email or the normal editor. Or the website editor, but you're able to do the core things that you can use to make your emails look really crisp and clean and just look very, very professional and awesome. All right, number 3 here is email broadcast. Who wants to walk through this?
Sure, I can go through that a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah, your email broadcast system is just like what you're used to in other broadcast systems, right? Except we have different types of lists. We have normal static lists, but we've also got smart lists, which are dynamically built while people are coming into your funnels. When people come into your funnels, we start to immediately segment them into different lists. And if you jump to the next slide, I think we've got, smart lists and lists. So your list is just a standard list, but your smart list is actually created on the fly dynamically, is constantly changing as we constantly get new information about your contacts, as they go through your funnels, as things change. So you can take a snapshot at any point in time and send a broadcast email to any segment of your list matching any specific qualifications that you want to send to.
So imagine this with your smart list. Like you say, okay, like right now, the way most people do is that you build a list like, here's my squeeze page, here's the list that's going to be for that, right? But you can start making up lists like, I want all of my customers who have purchased at least 3 times from me and are using their Facebook email address in one list. And as people are joining from all over the place, that list will start populating and start growing, and then you can go send broadcasts out to that whenever you want. Or you can say, anyone that's bought in the last 10 days, or anyone that's bought, hasn't bought in the last 6 months, and you can predefine any kind of smart list you can dream of, and as your customers and your people are going through all this stuff, you'll start adding those people, and you'll be able to see like these lists, like who's in what list and what are they doing, and as people evolve, they start buying more stuff, they'll move from whatever list to whatever segment you want them to be in. How many of you guys like the smart list idea? That's sweet. So excited. I just want to go home and go start building my thing right now. But anyway, so that's smart list. Anything else about this that's
That's the main stuff. I mean, we'll have basic reports and stats on every single one of your lists. You'll be able to go in and say, which one of my contacts actually meet these records and requirements? And we'll show you some contact profiles here in a second that you're going to be able to see on all your contacts from this. So,
is that the next screen?
Segmentation's next. So segmentation, this is what you were talking about, being able to segment by everything from social data to purchase history to actual attributes of the contact, locations that they are coming from, IP addresses they're using. You'll be able to segment by their lifetime value. For once, you'll actually have an accurate view of your lifetime value of your customer in ClickFunnels, and you'll know exactly how much they've spent with you in the past. And you'll be able to segment people that have only the ones that have spent over $500 with you, if you want to get those on the phone with you or whatever. So you'll have those kind of capabilities in here. Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I've been trying to segment my list for forever, and like it never works. We're now, anyway, it's nuts. You guys are gonna love it. So that's the segmentation stuff. Next thing here, this is what happens. So when anyone enters into your world, into your funnel, we start building out a customer profile like this and starts pulling in all their stuff, their shipping address, phone number, everything, all the data we get, and starts building this profile. You'll see what they purchased, what cancellation, what refunds, like all the stuff about them. But my favorite thing is right here, see the top of this little circle here? It's kind of hard to see because this is a demo account. But as people start doing things, actually let me step back. So how many of you guys are like old school marketers? Okay, like there's the old school direct response marketing. There's like, back then when I first started learning from Dan Kennedy, these guys, they used to always talk about RFM. Who here knows what that stands for? The R stands for what? Frequency. F? M? Monetary value, right? So like that's how when you go offline and you buy a list, you do it based on RFM, recency, frequency, and monetary value. So recency, how recently did they purchase from me, right? The more recent they are, the more likely they are to buy more things. Frequency is how often are they purchasing from me, and the monetary value is how much money they're actually spending. Okay, and so those are the metrics that have driven the direct response marketing world from day number one. And online, since I've been an internet guy, no one's ever talked about those things. But those are the metrics that you need to know in your business. Like every single customer needs to have that. And so this will show you the RFM score, but we also added in one other metric that I guarantee you that all these old school marketers like Dan Kennedy and Jay Abraham and all these people wish that they had, but nobody has until ClickFunnels, and it's the S. It's the social data. One of our friends, Jeremy Shoemoney, anyone here know Shoemoney or seen him before? So he ran this really cool test that made us want to add this whole thing in here. He went through, he runs an autoresponder service and has insane amounts of data. And he started looking at lists and how much money people were worth. And he found out that an email address that's hooked to your social profile, so the email address that you guys use for Facebook or for Twitter, if you're using that email address when you join a list, it's worth, was it 80 times?
80 times more money.
80 times more money than one that's not hooked to a social email address. And so the S for us, so we have RFMS, and the S is the social, like is this their actual social email address that they're interacting with, that they're using on what networks and things like that. And if you have that, you know like your score shoots up because you know that person will be worth 80 times more to you than someone who gives you an email address that's not hooked to a social profile. And so that's kind of, as people come into your world, that's what some of the things that the score is based off of is recency, frequency, monetary value, and the social networks. Did anything else get pulled into that number, or is that the core things?
Yeah, that's the core things. And you actually have, you can see there the social icons, and that was pulled in real time dynamically from my email address. It went out there, detected all the different accounts that I had tied to my email address and social media, some that I didn't even realize I had anymore. Oh, Flickr, I forgot about that. Yeah, the dating websites now. But yeah, it pulls in all the different stuff from your past, and now we know how active and how legitimate this email address actually is. Is it something they just put in to send to their spam folder, or is it something they're using on a daily basis, and we know we can reach out and contact them at?
So exciting. You guys loving this? Woo! And so what's cool is that all these people start coming into your world and start joining into your funnels. You'll be able to have just insane amounts of information. And then based off that, you can start building out sequences and marketing automation. In the video, we talked about some stuff that's not happening yet. There's going to be happening in the future. For example, being able to change the sales funnel on the fly and things like that will not be part of this initial beta. Right now, it'll be all the action funnels, and then phase 2 will be when we start going deeper, where you can actually customize funnels on the fly as well. As long as I can convince these guys that that's an awesome idea. Which, you guys think that's an awesome idea? Yeah. All right, it's going to happen. We just got to sell these guys, and it happens. So, I think, all right. So we're going to take a few minutes for Q&As on Actionetics, and then after that, we're going to show you guys another cool thing coming out after. So if you guys have any questions when I come to the microphone, anything related to the Actionetics part of it, and we'll try to answer the best we can. And then
lined up already. So start over here.
My name is Jay from San Francisco. You talked about the integration of the email being sent to text message, and you also mentioned the word card. What would that card piece of it look like, and how would that integrate?
So the different postcards, that kind of thing? Yeah. So
Correct.
We actually are going to integrate with a large number of different platforms. And it's basically, if you've used some of these systems like Zapier, you're able to send out a notification to those systems and then other things will occur. So we'll have a system similar to that where we're going to be rolling out a few at a time. So to begin with, there'll be some basic ones, and then over time, we're going to be adding more and more and more out there. So you'll set it up inside that other system, and then you'll basically say, send this ID of this postcard to this person in those other systems.
Do you know if something like Send Out Cards might have an API connection for that or not?
We've looked at send out cards a little bit. It's not the number one that we were going to probably set up, but
compatibility is not really that high for what you want to do.
There's some simple third-party services that work really easily for this.
For that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Over here, question?
Stephen here. Questions for us dinosaurs that have lists built on other platforms and not Actionetics. Can we integrate and move people over, and then in doing so, can you capture all of that data? And then as we move over and migrate, can you capture all that data so we can resegment based on your platform?
Yeah. So great question. So one thing difference about us versus a typical autoresponder company, right? How many of you guys have ever been kicked out of an autoresponder company? Or at least twice? Yeah. At least 3 times, 4 times, 5. Okay, so this is the issue I've always had with autoresponder companies. They don't always like every industry. So we go in there and we spend months building out sequences and just making the most complex, cool things in the world. I've had friends that this happened in Infusionsoft, Aweber, GetResponse, like every company you can dream of. And you build these complex things, and for some reason the company decides they don't like you, and they kick you out, and they give your data back, but you lose your entire sequence, and you have to go find a new company, add everything else, and it's just annoying. So with us, we're not doing the email deliverability part. We integrate with either SendGrid or Mandrill or any SMTP mailer you want. You basically will plug that in, we'll divvy up the emails, and let's say SendGrid gets upset at you and they shut you down, you can plug in Mandrill and you're back up in that 2 seconds later, and you don't miss a speed, you don't miss anything. And so that's kind of the cool thing. So we don't care if you import lists, you got to deal with the SMTP mailer on your side on how that works. But you can import your list as soon as you bring them in, it'll go out, we'll pull all the social data, all the stuff, bring it back in, and then from there you'll be able to start mailing and do whatever you want with it. Is that awesome?
Yeah. Also, one thing I wanted to add is, if you have if you have the lead in ClickFunnels already, and say when you import it, if we know about that person, we're already tracking everything. So we already track what they bought, what they saw, and all that kind of stuff. So you might have a percentage that already exists.
You guys haven't been able to see this, but for the past couple months, we've actually been collecting all this data on all your customers that have been purchasing and doing things. So we've actually got all that in the system already. It's just hidden from you.
Cool. Okay, over here.
First of all, is this the coolest thing ever or what?
Yeah. Woo! Woo!
I mean, it's amazing. The things that you were showing up there are things that I've been wanting in Infusionsoft and to be able to have, and the trackability. I mean, this is a marketer's dream. So thank you. You actually almost answered the question, because when you started showing email, I was saying, so are you guys going to have an autoresponder? So here's the thing. We may not need some other systems that we have, it appears, that you'll basically be able to plug in and have the tagging and the one-click upsells and things like that in there. Do you have a recommendation of different email services that have the highest deliverability that we may want to plug into, based upon your metrics and knowledge of other systems?
We personally use both SendGrid and Mandrill. I know one thing we've been talking about is even having the ability to split test SMTP mailers, so you could plug in 3 or 4 in your account and watch I'm trying to convince these guys of this still, but watch the deliverability, and then whichever one's winning, start shifting the leads there. Okay. So things like that we'll keep advancing with as we get bigger and better. Those are the 2 that I personally used that we already integrate with, and there could be more that are better out there. But really, with most of those, it's based on like how you're mailing. They give you a clean IP address, and we can walk you guys when it gets to that point how to warm up the IPs. And then it's more like it's your list hygiene, it's what you're doing to it. And if you're treating it good, you're going to get just as good deliverability at Mandrill as you will, SendGrid as you will, any SMTP mailer, because at that point it's your own IPs and it's your list hygiene that's affecting deliverability. And so a lot of this is really cool too, because as you can see, like for me, when I bring my list into this, if they don't have a social profile, I'm just deleting them anyway, which is going to be most of my garbage, and I'm just going to be focusing on it. So you can do a lot of list hygiene, really cool stuff that you can't do anywhere else because no one else has this kind of information that we're able to pull in. So
sweet, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, to follow up on your answer, Russell, split test not only the mailer, but the domain and the inbox handler, I guess, for that domain. You'll find it's different, let's say, between Gmail and SendGrid versus, I don't know, is it Outlook or Live now? And Amazon's SES. To put it in perspective, Russell, we mail about 200 million emails a month-ish, and we've been finding that each mailing provider has, I guess, a different relationship with the domain owners of the various recipients. Anyway, my question was, would I be able to pull, I guess, contact information out through some sort of API or other interface so I can tie it into my co-registration funnels?
Yeah, we'll have it set up. We're actually going to be launching, that's one of the things we talking about here as well, an API, a full-blown API in the next few months, and when that's released, you'll be able to do all kinds of cool stuff like
Perfect.
that
Thank you.
programmatically.
Cool. Over here.
Vince Sapliski, Russell and guys, just to be clear, there's absolutely no reason then to keep Aweber and GetResponse in those accounts because they're just not going to integrate with this. I mean, no, I mean, if we're using this, there's no...
Nostalgia. So just so you guys know, when Actionetics go live, my company will be 100% on ClickFunnels. I still have email somewhere else, but as soon as I'm supposed to be beta testing next week, and then you guys get a beta test after me. As soon as I start beta testing, my company will be 100% on ClickFunnels, and everything else will be done.
So we get done with that. All right, thank you. All right.
Woo. Good question.
Russell just got really tired of talking about on the webinar that you needed ClickFunnels and an autoresponder.
Yeah, my pitch, like, the only other tool you need in the world besides ClickFunnels is an autoresponder. Now I'm like, you don't need anything else. It's going to be awesome. So we're here.
I'm glad I won't be needing Infusionsoft anymore. Speaking of Infusionsoft, since I have all my clients and all my list there with certain tags, when we transfer this over, will you also have a tag system, or is it going to be something different, or how does that work?
Yep, we will have an internal tagging system on this, so you'll be able to tag, and you'll also be able to lead score based on actions. So if you don't like necessarily our action score the way we calculate it right now, you'll be able to prioritize our metrics and even set them down to 0. Just say you don't care about them, and then just lead score them yourself.
Cool. And how about the campaigns that you have in Infusionsoft? Would there be a way to import those?
Not sure yet. We'll look into that definitely, because
Yeah,
I
that
know a
would
lot of
save
people will be transferring that.
That would save a ton of time, so great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, my question was about tags, and since you did that, great. So I just want to say thanks, because now I'm going to cancel about $1,600 worth of annual fees.
Thank you, Christian. Over here.
I have 200 or 300 companies that I do the marketing for. Will there be a master account so I can have it and control all of my clients?
If you're a certified consultant.
Yep.
Right. There you go. The certification program. Those who join the certification program, you'll have master dashboards for your clients. Cool. Question. Great.
The video mentioned you're going to have some data on the user even before they submit their email address. Is that right?
Before they, as soon as they start coming in, you got, what can you pull initially?
Yeah, so what kind of data is you going to have, and can we take any actions based on it, like rule-based redirects or whatever?
So we're cooking them and basically tracking their movement through the funnels. So if you have like a few steps before actually triggering the email opt-in, we actually track that by their IP. So when they opt in, then their profile's created and it has their previous history as well.
So you're not pulling any third-party data or anything like that?
No, we're not really pulling any third-party data in until then.
Cool, thanks.
Good afternoon, Carl Gray. My question is concerning the score. I know you spoke about, the likelihood because they have social profiles. Have you considered adding, maybe upping the score if they've bought from other ClickFunnels places, so it's, if they've been a customer, so you see how many other ClickFunnels customers they bought from, or how many products from other ClickFunnels customers they bought from as a part of the score, so we know that they...
Yeah, we absolutely.
I think it's a privacy and legal issue. Oh. Because you would own your customers, and we don't want to use another customer's information to, because it seems like a legal issue.
I mean, without us actually knowing who they bought from.
Yeah. But it just seems like privacy.
We could look into that and see. We got lawyer people with suits that we'd have to ask. We don't wear suits. We'll find out what they say, but I like that idea. If we can, I'll find out. Kevin?
In the video, it mentioned the income level and different things like that and segmenting by that. Is that data going to be coming in from like a service like Tower Data or?
It is from Rapleaf.
Rapleaf,
which I think
which is now
Data,
Tower Data, yeah.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Michael Short. Is Action Funnels going to be able to be copied and duplicated or shared like the sales funnels are?
Not currently, but we could consider adding that.
That'd be cool if we could.
Like put them into the marketplace and then
And like Infusionsoft has their campaign marketplace, has all their sequences that you can buy, right?
Yeah.
So if we could do that, it'd be cool.
If you build something for a specific niche and you can duplicate that over to another client in that niche or something like that.
Cool. Yeah, I like that idea.
Over here?
Hi, my name is Nina, and you said one thing, Russell, that made my heart sink a little bit when you said, well, you know, you can clean your list and get rid of all those people that aren't tied to their social media, and I was like, no, don't drop me, don't drop me. I still have AOL.
But did you use your AOL email address to set up your Facebook account?
Yes.
That's what we're talking
Oh,
about.
so, okay,
it's
'cause
the
I
email
only
address
have one.
Yeah, it's the email address you use when you set up your social profile. If it's the same email address, you're worth 80 times more than someone who didn't.
Okay, cool. So then my
you're
next...
still on my list. Congratulations.
Cool. Don't get rid of me, please. And I laughed and I was thinking, the whole time you guys are talking, and I keep hoping that you'll like write the manual and the how-to and have your wife be the one who proofreads it and explains it. Please.
What do you think, Colette?
Because you
Colette,
guys...
want that, Ashley? Who wants to take that on?
Well, or I don't, maybe not your wife, but somebody with the same level of how you put it before. Like, you guys start talking tech, and it's like nice if you get it. But when you buy the software and then you don't get it, and you don't get the tech, and you don't even get the, because it's not in a language that I really speak, could you keep people like me in mind, please?
We'll do our best. We'll do our best.
Okay. Thank you.
Like when these guys started building ClickFunnels, this is the funniest thing. Their goal is like, if we can make it so simple that even Russell could use it, then everyone can use it. Like that was what they always joked about. I'm like I think Russell can figure this out. Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
Hey guys, you said we'll be able to see the lifetime monetary value of an individual customer. Will we also be able to see the lifetime value of the entire customer base?
Yes, we don't have screenshots of that yet, but we're actually working on an analytics dashboard, which will have all kinds of cool stuff like that, just like you would in some of the more complex CRM platforms out there.
Sweet, thank you.
Well done, guys. Just wondering, with the text messaging, will that work on a worldwide basis, or will it be limited countries to start with?
The text messages, are they worldwide or global?
It's actually dependent on how you set up your account with Twilio. Okay. So it integrates with Twilio, and I'm pretty sure all of theirs are compatible with international, so it should work.
Okay, cool. Cheers.
Yep.
Hey guys, a lot of cool features, so awesome. Question, AW Pro Tools, it allows copying and moving subscriber depending on his actions, on his clicks and stuff like that. You're tagging, would we be able to use tags to move or copy people around the lists?
Yeah, actually, we didn't show any screenshots of this, but so in an action funnel, you actually are able to get people into the top of it through a segment, but then within each step, you're able to segment as well. So you're able to do those same types of rule groups based on social media data and attributes and purchase history and everything else on those individual steps. So you can actually, we're going to have to work on the training for this, but you'll have to start thinking of things a little bit differently, because there won't necessarily in a lot of scenarios be the need to create multiple autoresponder sequences. You can more likely create one sequence that actually has lots of stuff that happens within it based on the conditions that are met. So yeah, we'll have to work on the training there, but yes, you'll be able to do that and determine who gets the message based on the tags.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Second question, when the person moves through the funnel, how would the custom funnel look like in terms of URL structure? Would it be possible to have different URL structure to allow for custom Facebook audiences based on, let's say, a profile? So let's say if it's a woman, so next stage, next URL of the next page in the funnel has, the woman tag. So
that's our biggest issue right now. This is what, like Dylan's our master, like UI, the reason why ClickFunnels is simple to use is because of him. Like he's brilliant. So any feature, like we're like, this is what we want to do, and then he's like, how to make this simple. And that's like our biggest reason why that feature's not going to be in the first beta, is we don't know yet how to make that simple to be able to do. And as soon as he figures that out, then it'll be like a week later it'll be done. So we just got to figure out, because you're right, it's not like, yeah, it's not like a super thing. As soon as we figure out how to make that in a simple, easy way, and so that's something that he'll be working on. So you guys should buy him a beer or something and help make that easier.
In my mind, I thought that's how you guys would do it. For example, create the different pages, let's say a man and a woman. So if it's a man, then switch the next page to a man. So you'll have the different URL and you'll be able to fire different Facebook tags and stuff like that.
We're going to be doing something called click tags. So basically you could put in the URL. So you could put like man, woman.
Yeah,
and then you would change dynamically on the page, show this video, show that video. So you can have two videos on the page and you just say, If it's men, show this. If it's then,
It's
different.
a separate feature than this.
Yeah,
but it's
but it could be
the
this.
ability to do
It
that.
could be the same.
Yeah, you could accomplish that with that.
Yeah, that pretty much answers my question. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
So click tags is a cool thing coming out. There's so many like little cool things we didn't want to share with you guys, but then these are the big ones. So yeah.
Dylan, are you feeling the pressure yet?
Every day.
No, I had two questions. One was, and I think I heard this on the video, but I wasn't sure, but are you going to be able to time the amount of time they spend on a particular page?
Yes, we're going to be actually tracking the amount of time spent on pages, yeah.
Awesome. And then second one, this may not be a relevant question, but backup. I mean, hopefully nothing happens, but.
Oh, backup, yeah, you'll be able to download your full list and export actually to CSV, so you'll be able to pull all that stuff.
Awesome, thanks.
Going back to customer value, one of the things that we struggle with in paid media is not just the lifetime value of a customer, but actually what our day 0, day 30, day 60, day 90 value. Have you guys thought of anything about that?
Cool. Yeah, we'll have to think about adding the reporting for that basically. Like, yeah, the data's there, it's just a matter of adding that.
thanks.
So, good.
Cool. With the visitors that come to your page and you're tracking the timing, will you have the ability to send multiple emails based upon how long they watched a video for on that page? Like if they're there for a minute or 5 minutes or the whole thing?
We don't have that built yet, but that could be absolutely added onto this based on what we've put in place. So
Like you haven't finished this video, go back and watch it? Okay, cool, thanks.
I had to step out for a couple of minutes, so if somebody already posed this question, I apologize, but does this mean I'm going to be able to get rid of Infusionsoft?
What's the answer to that, everybody? Woo! If you want, I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you. And you'll have an import function, I presume, for all my data?
Yeah, we're going to be working on that.
For the list stuff, for sure. I mean, as much as we can. Some things aren't possible. As many things as we can will make importable.
One other request. Some of us actually have to ship stuff. And we have, because we have a global business, we have to ship by mail. And USPS integration, I've been screaming at Infusionsoft for 4 years and with zero response. I hope you guys will figure this one out for us.
Yeah, we're trying to keep things as simple as possible in the sense that we want to do what we do well, and we want to integrate with the people who do things amazing. So we're looking at doing an integration with something such as ShipStation, who handles all the integrations with UPS, and then we just send the data to them, and you're able to use their console to actually handle your shipping and fulfillment stuff. So,
something, anything.
It'll work.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
So since you have the social filters to tell if somebody's real or not, are you going to be able to do single opt-ins rather than double opt-ins?
Yeah, we will not require double opt-ins, and that's
Great.
a matter. Yeah, well, it's a matter of the deliverability is actually going to be handled through, like we said, SendGrid and Mandrill and whatnot. It's a matter of you monitoring your own self, basically. If you don't like the fact that you're getting too many spam complaints, maybe you should consider double opt-ins. If you're fine, you're fine. So it's not our business.
Yeah.
We're fine with it.
Yeah, you get better results off it.
Yep.
Single.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Maybe I missed it, but the cost, is it included?
Good question, actually. So, well, now that you ask. So Backpack we gave you guys as a gift. Actionetics, we actually have a hard cost on every lead that comes in. There's hard costs for us to pull the social data. There's hard costs, and so there will be a cost per lead type thing that goes into it. But our goal is still to undercut everybody else. And so what we'll probably do with you guys is we'll give you guys a trial to try it out, see if it's worth it, and let you guys use it and stuff. And if you decide you want to keep that, it's like a per contact based thing. We haven't quite finished out the pricing, but the goal is to undercut everybody else. So that's kind of where it'll be at. So, but it'll be worth it, I promise. Any other questions? One's coming out here. Well, he's coming. You guys excited a little bit? All right.
Hi guys, a solution that I use right now is a combination of Infusionsoft, iMember 360 plugin, and WordPress to deliver some information based on tags in Infusionsoft. So now with this rollout, if we create a membership site within ClickFunnels, are we going to be able to take those tags and create short codes or something to show certain members who have certain tags within the Infusionsoft system information that's specific to their membership level?
That's a possibility. It's not set up currently to do anything like that, only based on the purchases that they made, which would be like the product restrictions. So you don't show this lesson unless they purchased this product. So we could possibly consider doing something like that, like the tag is a restriction. as well as a product. Like you can do either one of those types of restrictions, so that's
That
cool.
would be great if you could do that. Thanks.
Cool.
Oh, more people coming in. All right, more questions.
So if I have, my list has name, address, phone number, can you tell me their email?
There's data pending services you can use to do that.
Right, I'm just wondering if you're connecting to that.
First side. We haven't talked about that. We potentially could, but if not, there's data pending services that you can do that
Right.
with now.
Okay.
And grab those. Question.
Hi, this is awesome. So I just wanted to say, so Infusionsoft, I believe they just went public. If they were to give you guys a call, obviously there are people in here who are really excited and they're going to drop their Infusionsoft accounts. So I'm just like curious, I'm sure many others are in here. If Infusionsoft called you guys up and were like, hey, acquisition, like where would you guys stand with that? And just kind of like plans for like the future, and are you looking to get acquired or just?
I'll tell you where I stand. You go. When I wake up every morning, all I can think about is ClickFunnels, and I'm so freaking excited. And then people ask, like, would you sell it? Would you sell out? And if I sold out, I don't know what I'd do tomorrow. Like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. So for me right now, that's not in my horizon at all. Yeah. So, I don't know.
That's awesome.
Will this work is, say, toggling language? Somebody comes in, they prefer English versus Spanish, Spanish versus English. I work with that crowd, and some people are more comfortable with one or the other.
That's actually really cool. And when we add the ability to do the actual upsells and segmentation on pages like that, we should be able to add it based on IP address location, which would be like if they're in this country, show them this page.
But
So
even here in the U.S., there are plenty of
Yes.
bilingual people that prefer one language versus the other. So
That's true. A lot of that data we can pull actually from their browser settings when they access the page. So if we can get the UI and everything figured out, then it's possible.
Awesome. Great. Thanks, guys.
So it's theoretically possible.
Very cool.
Hello, everybody. I want to say thank you so much for that product. That is a great idea. I do that by hand nowadays. I got to tell you, it's a tough puppy. And but one of the things that I have noticed in doing it by hand is every now and then the U.S. government steps in and says you can't collect that data without permission, and you find particular information disappearing. Some of the things was like the price of homes, the salaries, and a lot of personal information. And I'm just kind of wondering how you're planning on handling that.
Right now, our partners are collecting most of the data when it comes to actually aggregating all this stuff together.
So we're buying it individually. Yeah. So we're buying it from them. That's why there's hard costs on our side. We buy that data from our partners. And so, kind of depends on what they're able to get. And if it changes, then we'll shift with it. And kind of
So your partners are the ones that's going to be responsible for those types of filtering, and you're gathering the residue and passing that on to us.
Correct. You have a company such as Rapleaf, which has been around for well over a decade, and that's what they've been doing for a very long time, and that's who we're purchasing a lot of the data from.
Yeah.
But there's other ones as well that we're actually collecting from and testing and seeing who's got the best stuff, and if we don't
I like
find
the
it
way
in one
you guys
source.
think. Yeah, that's good. I understand why you're doing that. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. All right, who wants another cool feature? It's got to be louder than that if you guys want a new one. Who wants a new one? All right. Okay, so next thing, this is the last cool thing we're going to show you guys, but we're excited about this. How many of you guys would like another way to make a crap ton of money inside of ClickFunnels?
Why not?
So anyone who knows, who heard about this right now, have been spending the last like half of, I think, of our support team, this is all they do when they're not working on ClickFunnels, is preparing for what's about to come. And so we wanted to share this with you guys. It's probably a little ways out, another month or two, but we want you guys preparing for this because those of you guys who are preparing are going to be able to cash in in a big, big way. So one thing that we're coming out really soon is the first ever funnel marketplace. You guys want to see it? So this, Dylan, you want to walk through this because this is your baby. Do you want to talk about the pages?
Okay. So we have the page templates and then funnels. So you can do local funnels for dentists, lawyers, and all that kind of stuff. And you would have here, you'd be able to see all the different tags and all that kind of cool stuff. It's just like a standard page. I don't know how to make this index.
So basically, you can start creating, anytime you create a funnel inside of ClickFunnels, and by the way, now is the time for you guys to start creating funnels. Create funnels for dentists, for doctors, for authors, for speakers, for whatever you want. Make amazing funnels. And there'll be a time in the very near future where you'll be able to click a button, and as soon as you click on that, boom, it'll pop up here in the marketplace, and people can start buying it. and they'll be able to click on it and start buying any of them that you want.
And this will be a really great resource for you guys to actually, I've had a lot of people this weekend asking me, where can I see funnels that are successful and funnels that are going on, and this marketplace will be a wonderful place to do that. You'll be able to get in there and actually preview these funnels, and then if you decide to purchase it, you can, but...
Well, the other cool thing is, imagine you just get a new client who's a dentist, and you're like, I don't know anything about dentistry. So you log in the thing, and you find like, oh, here's 3,500 cool dental funnels, and you just buy one for like $12, and boom, you got the entire funnel. You customize it, you flip things out, and boom, you look like $1 million designer. You guys like that? So that's kind of the first page here. This is, oh, it's too far. Which page is this?
This is the funnel.
Oh, so this is where it be, this is, yeah, so okay, I'm looking for doctor funnel. I find this one right here. It's got, here's a big picture that'll talk about the thing. Here's all the pages that are in here, the campaigns, the emails, so they can see the entire sequence, what they're going to get. This is the author who created the page. These are the pages, steps in the funnels. These are the different steps in the funnels. So you'll be able to see it from a big dashboard. Like, here's all the pages, the sequences, everything that comes in this funnel, and then you can either purchase it, or again, if you are the seller, you can create these funnels, have them there, and start selling it. We've been talking to some of the designers and stuff at some other marketplaces like Envato and some of the other ones, and there's people creating designs over there making $2, $3, $4 million a year or more, just designing stuff and throwing in the marketplace. And that's really our goal here, is to create a marketplace where you guys, if you want to be building or hiring teams of people, whatever it is, but building things and having it, and then also on the other side coming in and being able to just shortcut your success and find something that's already amazing, get it, and then be able to make the changes.
Well, one of those things about those other marketplaces is you really have to be a developer, a programmer. You have to hire someone to actually get stuff into those marketplaces, because they're all HTML, or they're hard-coded templates with data tags and all kinds of crazy stuff. So if you've ever tried looking at those other marketplaces, it's not really easy to get stuff in. And ours, you create it in the editor and you click sell.
So it's pretty awesome. There's that page, and then...
This is a preview of what a seller's dashboard is going to look like. Just an idea of, you'll be able to see your different things that are for sale, your funnels, your templates, totals you've made in sales, reviews you've got, if you're pending approval, that kind of thing. Just back office.
So that is the funnel marketplace. What do you guys think about that? So we can take questions on this, but one thing I want to say, I know Trey asked me a while, and a couple other people, and a bunch of our designers, like, now is the time, you guys, if you want to participate in this. We don't want to open a marketplace with one template in it, okay? We want awesome stuff, and so the more cool things you design, we are going to be more like Apple and less like PC, where we'll have someone look at every template, make sure it looks good, make sure it's not just a cookie cutter of someone else's, and we're going to make the marketplace very clean, very high quality, and take some, and probably a full-time person that's all they're doing is just quality control to make sure they're amazing, but make cool stuff. Hire amazing designers to make cool stuff, whatever it is, list them in here, and the cooler things are, they'll sell. They're going to make a lot of money. I'll be buying a lot of them, and I know that, like I said, we're getting 200 members a day. That number's going to keep exponentially growing. Now, the car contest is live. We're hoping to get 1,000 members a day or more from all of you guys. This is going to become an in-demand place where people are coming to get templates every single day, and so there's a huge opportunity for any of you guys who want to be part of that. The questions over here?
Two questions, actually. In regards to, I've got a team of designers, so I'm probably going to take one of them and put them on it and just start building out. But is there going to be some specs as far as, one of the things I'm noticing is it's probably 50 to 70% of all leads, especially like Facebook traffic, are seeing it on mobile. So are you going to give us some specs to make sure that we're designing it so it looks nice when someone's looking at it on their computer screen building it, but more importantly, how it's going to be able to perform when it goes mobile, which leads into the second question, which is there's some marketplaces out there that report on conversion rates based on designs. Are you going to start tracking that anonymously and reporting?
We do actually track all that anonymously right now, and we just do not report on it currently, because part of that is you're able to customize inside of our editor so much that we really, I mean, you may have started with this template, but it may look nothing like it by the time you actually launched it. So that's been one of our issues with not kind of releasing that data publicly yet. But it could be a good indicator still. I could see that. And then do you want to address the mobile responsiveness?
You shouldn't have to worry about that. It's something you should just design it. We are going to have it so you can hide things specifically on mobile, just in case it just doesn't work. But everything is responsive, so it just naturally works, and like on iPad and all that kind of stuff. But we are going, because sometimes you do want a different experience on a mobile rather than on a thing, right? So we are going to do stuff so you can just specifically do something that's different on like a tap to call or whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Maybe a little checkbox that says this is visible on mobile, this is not, like basically a little toggle type thing.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yep.
Thank you.
Jimmy.
Hey, guys.
Question from the team.
Yeah. Okay, so when we were looking at the funnel layout and you have the author information on the left side, are you going to notate whether or not that author is a ClickFunnels certified consultant? And if so, can that consultant charge a percentage more over what everyone else is charging for their templates?
Boom.
Most likely.
Yes. So first off, yes, and then throughout the marketplace, we will definitely be promoting the certified funnel consultants all throughout the marketplace, and I definitely think that they should charge more. That's one part about becoming a good consultant, having good portfolios. People are going to come and look at the different ones that are there, and the cooler your stuff looks, the more likely they are to hire you to be the man or the woman for them.
We'll most likely have types of upgrades options like featured things, but we'll probably have like a badge where you're seeing on that index page that actually shows the little certified consultant. So like when you're looking through the previews, you'll be able to know immediately someone that has been
hireable
certified.
and not hireable.
Also, another thing to note is if you go to like Envato and these places like that, the marketplaces aren't necessarily to sell. So what we want to do here is you can see there's a big banner here, so you can design anything you want. But you can also have a video that auto plays. So basically, we want this to be your landing page. So it shows off how cool you are, how cool your stuff is, and everything included. So we really want this to be a platform to be, even if you don't sell it, they look through and they can preview each page. And they're like, actually, this guy knows his local stuff. So he goes to their profile, finds out he's really good at dentists, lawyers, whatever. And then there's a little hire button for the specific guy certification program people that we allow to be hireable. But we want you to be a badass. So that's why we want you to be a really cool person that shows why this is awesome, why you're awesome. And what we could also do when you're promoting, I think we do this already, but basically what this is you ever share a funnel before? This is basically a share funnel, but you're paying for it rather than just getting it for free. So you can have this as a paid, 20 bucks, and then what you could do is make it free for somebody. So you want to pay 20 bucks or get a new customer. Say you can have all 10 funnels that I have, give them for free, just sign up to ClickFunnels.
And that's actually something we left out of the slide there, the 30-day trial. So when you're doing this, if you're sending it to people that aren't yet ClickFunnels members, you guys are going to get affiliate commission. They are now joining under you. If they decide to buy this template, they'll get a 30-day trial into ClickFunnels as well, and they'll be able to now be in your downline as an affiliate, and
Get
you'll
you
be one step closer.
to that car.
That's awesome. Everyone go get certified.
I don't know if you've answered it, but my question is, if you've got a really high-performing funnel, can you pick and choose your price? You said $12. Can I, if I've got one that's like obviously performing really well, can we show the metrics of how well it's performing and maybe charge 50 bucks for it theoretically?
Charge $1,000. I can see
that.
It's awesome.
We wanted this to be a premium marketplace, not like so we'll probably have limits on how low you can go, but not on how high you can go. I want you to sell for as much.
And then again, will it show how strong that funnel is performing? Like the conversions, and is there a way of showing that?
It'd probably be best to do it in the graphic that you create or in the video you do.
Okay.
Because as we said before, we don't have static templates that people might change it to a terrible yellow, and they just mess everything up,
it screws
right?
up your conversion.
Yeah,
Somebody buys it, it's like, oh.
And that's part of your sales pitch. That's why you make that cool stuff. To say we are doing this and show why you're doing it.
Okay.
Because you really have to. If you think about it, like let's say someone Googles this, like a dentist, he wants to know why this works. You have to tell him why. Because he might see this as like, oh, that's a cool page, why does that work? You tell him why. And once you tell him why, you're the guy. Yep. So he's going to go to you all the time. Okay. So that's why we want you to be the expert. Exactly.
Cool, thank you.
All right, I got a question. If we're in the funnel creation business, it seems like a conflict of interest that we're going to try to send people to ClickFunnels to sign up, and then they can undercut us by finding lower cost, already pre-built funnels. How do you suggest we handle
You don't have
that?
to send people to your page. If you're going for a client, I wouldn't be like, go check out my page here, and they're going to go through. I would, as a consultant, I'd say this is the page you're going to get. I would use this as you put it out here. When people come and they see your page, now you're getting new leads from that direction. Right. I wouldn't go bring my leads.
But if I'm getting my clients to come to ClickFunnels to sign up and get on that 200 list, they're going to see access to the marketplace and then say, oh, there's already dentist ones here. Why am I paying this guy $1,500 when I can get it for 20 bucks?
We could, in the sub-accounts, we could hide. Because we probably might have a read-only sub-account where basically they just get a stats and they can't actually anything. Because a part of that, even if the funnel you created in 10 minutes, we don't want your customer or your client to know it was 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, so you say...
Are they going to see it only when they're logged in, or is it going to be available on the
It'll,
front end?
it'll depend. If you want them to edit it,
No, what I'm saying, like if I'm sending a client or customer to ClickFunnels to sign up, are they going to be able to see that there's a marketplace on the front end, or are they only going to be able to see the marketplace on the back end, which then you can control because they're a sub-account?
yeah.
You're actually going to be able to create sub-accounts too for your clients. So if you don't want them to even know ClickFunnels exists, you're most likely going to be able to just log into your console and click a button to create that account.
It's like a white label?
That seems to be.
Is that,
That's what we've been discussing, that possibility, and I think it makes perfect sense to do. So.
Is that white label what you're talking about there? Or?
Yeah, it would be essentially like where all they would be able to log in is see those stats, basically, as he's saying, and it would be white labeled like that. Where all you would give them is a login to view basic data.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool.
Okay, so that kind of
Great questions, by the way, you guys.
Yeah, it kind of answered mine. But if this is if the marketplace is available to the public, and they can get a free trial, and the minimum is $10, it's great that somebody would be able to spend $10 and get a completely made out funnel, but then it kind of kills the market. It's kind of killing the golden goose, isn't it, a little bit? Because they're just getting a $10 completely made funnel, and it's open to the public.
Doesn't matter. So the guy that paid us $1 million, he had a ClickFunnels account. I gave him all my funnels, did a bunch of things, and they wrote me a check for $100,000 and 10% of everything I make with them. People don't, you have to understand, the 200 people a day we were getting signed up, most of them don't want to build funnels. They just want a result, and that's who you're going after with your clients, is what result can you get. You're not, most likely, you're not going to be a client for the dude who wants to go in there and build funnels all day. Like it's not who you're going to be going after. You're going to be after the person who is really good at what they do, and they don't want to think about this other stuff. They want you to take care of that for them.
Right.
And so you just got to understand that that's who you're going after. There's different markets, there's different people, but most people don't want to be, most of them aren't as nerdy as us, you guys. Like, most people don't want to be sitting all day clicking and moving things around. Like, as much fun as we have, some people just want to clean people's teeth.
Right.
And so you got to understand that.
Okay, so, so the follow-up to that is, if that's really low, and you have a really low minimum, then they've got their son who's geeky, and they can get the ClickFunnels, and it's a really low point of entry, then that
You go
continues
find
that same problem.
Find a client who doesn't have a geeky son who can figure this out.
Okay, right.
There's
Okay.
7 billion people on Earth. There's like, find the people who are going to be attracted to you. Say, man, you've got what I need. Let me come to you.
Right.
We'll talk about the certification program, how to get the right people to come to you, right?
Right.
If you guys listen to Garrett this morning, like, he gets his people to come to him. Like, that's what we're talking about. It's not, we're not going after people who've got nerdy sons who want to build websites. Like, they can build their own. Like, let me find someone who needs me and needs what I've got.
Okay, great, thanks.
Cool. Thank you. Over here.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I think this is awesome. I do have some general questions. Like the other gentleman, I have a design team that builds templates for Envato already. And one of the questions I have for you is that to get you to buy our template, we design it like, we try to create a killer template that everybody would want. But then the way you guys are sort of modeling, how do I deal with the stock photography licenses? Because like I could create a really great template, but I don't know whether, for example, is that a nurse or, like, how do I know that I have the right for them to use the photography that is under my account in Shutterstock? Like, I just don't know how, when I resell it, would I get in trouble, or is there any way? I don't even know how any of that works. Like you said, I don't even wear a suit ever.
I would make every image you have in the template have the watermark on it. So and then we could, I don't know, educate people, say if it's, because that isn't a real issue. So you don't want to give them the real image, because you can't anyways. You don't have the rights to do it. So just give them a fake image with their, Shutterstock, whatever the logo's on it.
Yep.
And just make it so they have to change it.
Mhm.
Because if you do give them a really nice image, they may not change it.
Well, let me just ask you just one other question. It's a great thing, but when you download the larger image from Shutterstock, the watermark's usually gone. It's only the smaller image that comes with a watermark. So, do you just recommend that there's a million other programs that allow us to put the watermark on ourselves, but yeah, I guess we'll probably just have to do some little things to protect ourselves, but I'm not trying to be a naysayer. This is amazing. So it's just a question of, I'd hate to build $1 million product and get $1 million lawsuit.
You just royalty. Use
Yeah.
worse images then. Or use really good images in the video and then just explain, I don't know. We haven't really thought about it. It's a good question.
No, this is great though, guys. This is amazing. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cool. Yeah.
Quick question, setting aside the template aspect of Marketplace for a moment, have you given any thought to combining the concept of a funnel marketplace with Backpack for ClickFunnelers to find other offers or other successful promotions that are running through ClickFunnels that they can then promote as an affiliate of another ClickFunnel member?
Essentially a ClickBank marketplace.
Yeah. Potentially, we haven't talked a lot about that yet, but we will. If it makes sense, then we could do that.
I mean, so many of us are always looking for other JV or other affiliate promotions in other marketplaces or even within our own marketplace. You have, I think, the groundwork here for a self-contained marketplace in that regard.
Yeah. That's cool.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And last question here.
Hey guys, Steve Young here, certified partner number 7.
Sweet.
Certified partners? I'm excited, I'm stoked. The question we were all asking about was when is the training going to be and how soon can we have it versus how late are you going to have it?
For the certification?
Yeah.
They have, so I mentioned this earlier this morning, we sold out the one we had planned. I think that's the week of August 17th. And so we're looking right now for a second venue for the overflow since we've sold more than 50. And so we're trying to figure that out. And but we'll get a hold of everyone next week with the dates. You can kind of pick which works. We'll also be streaming it for those. I know we've got a bunch of people internationally who aren't able to come back. And then we will also have some curriculum and some training and things prior to that leading up to get everyone prepared and ready to rock and roll. So when you hit Boise, we'll be in Boise, which will be awesome. And then we'll hit the floor running. And so that'll all come out. Within a week or so from now, we'll send all the info for you guys, and then
Cool. So
start
August
running.
17th? I must have missed that. But
I
you said
think
August 17th?
so. Is it August 17th?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome.
That's
Thanks.
the plan. Thanks. All right, you guys. You guys have fun with that? Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool. We got a whole bunch of other cool stuff in ClickFunnels coming out, but we didn't want to overwhelm you. Those are the two big, the big things we're most excited about: Actionetics Backpack and the marketplace. And so, like I said, you guys will get Backpack stuff next week. Is that still the plan?
Yep.
Backpack next week will be in your guys' accounts, and then Actionetics will be revealed here in a couple weeks, and the marketplace a little bit after that. So we'll keep you guys in the loop. And we definitely want all of you guys to be our first beta testers on everything, and we want you guys poking around and see if you see anything wrong with it. So we appreciate the feedback, and the ideas and the questions were awesome. So thank you guys.
Helps a lot.
Very cool. All right.
Thank you all.
Give a round of applause.